Much peace to you all and welcome. Today's message is an important message, and that is the fact that the secret is within. Okay, the secret is within. In my spiritual journey, I found myself in moments where I wanted and I was attached to the outer world. Okay, it felt like I was dependent on the outer world, but what I'm realizing is the fact that inside, within ourselves, in our state of consciousness, we already have everything that we need. Okay, so it's a paradox. When you are at peace with yourself, it's like you have the power to accomplish anything that you desire. When you are at peace with your inner world, it's like everything will actually come into your own life because you are no longer attached. Okay, so the more that you want something out of attachment, and the more that you are attached to certain things, it's the more that you actually block it. But the more that you make peace with your own inner world, with your state of consciousness, it's like you become detached. It's like you let the universe do the work for you. Okay, so I'm realizing that in a higher level of consciousness, we realize that we are enough. Okay, we are enough, we do enough, and we have enough. Okay, we are enough, we do enough, and we have enough. And it's all about your state of consciousness. Okay, so Alan Watts said, don't calculate your days based on your achievements, but more likely see your days based on your state of consciousness. Okay, on your state of consciousness. And I'm realizing that in this matrix, in this society, we are being programmed to compare ourselves to other people. We are being programmed to throw our energy on the material things, maybe. Okay, we are being programmed in this matrix. And what I'm realizing is the fact that so many of us, we have lost our spiritual nature. We have forgotten to be happy with the things that we already have. Okay, we have forgotten to be grateful. But the more that we embrace our experiences, the more that we make peace with our past, and the more that we find contentment right where we are standing, is the more that we are realizing that we are actually complete. Okay, we are complete. And the more that you silence the mind, and the more that you move into your own spirit, is the more that you are realizing that you are actually enough. Okay, just your state of consciousness is enough. Just the fact that you are here on planet Earth is enough. Okay, so today's message is about making you guys realize that your state of consciousness is enough. And with this perspective, you get actually have the opportunity to go for more if that's what you want. Okay, to seek more, to accomplish more. But today's message is about making you guys realize that you have to make peace with your own inner world. You have to make peace with your own inner world. You have to really absorb your consciousness in the present moment. The secret is in the present moment. The secret is in your state of consciousness. And the more that you are wanting something, the more that you are being attached to something, it's like the more that you're actually pushing it away. I've seen in my own journey that the more that I was attached to a certain outcome, or a certain person, or a certain thing in my own life, was the more that I was actually creating suffering. Okay, so Buddha reminded us that the only suffering is attachment. And sometimes maybe it's okay to have negative feelings. Sometimes it's okay maybe to be attached to something because you're not perfect. But you have to learn from these experiences, and you have to begin to let go. You have to begin to let go. You have to begin to go inside of your own state of consciousness and make peace with everything into your own life. So someone said, the moment that I let go, everything came to me. And I believe that this is actually true. And when we let go, it's like we have the opportunity to increase our own inner power. We have the opportunity to change our perception, okay? And perception is very important because you may have little, but if you perceive it in a healthy way, in a positive way, it's like you have a lot, So it's all about how you choose to view it. It's all about your mindset. It's all about how you choose to perceive it. Okay, perception is so important, and the more that we learn to shift our minds, it's like we have the opportunity to transform and alchemize our negative experiences. Okay, we have the opportunity to heal ourselves from within. It's like we are entering a new state of consciousness. And my suggestion is, if you want to be happy, make peace with your own past, make peace with others, make peace with whatever is happening right now into your own life, and get to really start afresh. Get to start afresh, get to raise your consciousness to the next level, get to begin again. Okay, so I'm realizing that the mind, our thoughts, they always wander either in the future or the past. But our consciousness, our higher self, our bodies, they are actually in the present moment. So the more that you absorb yourself in the present moment, it's the more that you realize that your consciousness is actually so powerful. Okay, your consciousness is so powerful. And in your state of consciousness, you can find contentment. Okay, so maybe it's not even about what you achieve, it's more likely about your state of consciousness. Okay, it's more likely about your state of consciousness. Now, this doesn't mean that you don't have to be creative. This doesn't mean that you have to be static. This doesn't mean that you don't have to do things into your own life. But it means that you have to do these things without being attached to it. Okay? So in Taoism, they speak about the Wu Wei principle. And the Wu Wei principle is about stepping into our effortless nature. It's about learning to express ourselves. It's about learning to do without being attached to doing, you know? So find detachment with your own inner world. Go within yourself and see what happens, okay? The secret is within yourself. The secret is within yourself. And the more that you are fighting something, it's like the more that you are resisting something. But the more that you let go, it's like the more that you are releasing the blockage. It's the more that you are achieving it, okay? So I believe that yes, there are paradoxes in life, okay? The more that we are wanting something from resistance is the more that we actually push it away. But the more that we let go, it's like we embody it in our state of consciousness. It's like we have the power to actually attract it. So maybe it's not about chasing, it's more likely about attracting, okay? The more that you increase your frequency, the more that you increase your vibration, your energy, it's like the universe will actually have to respond to you in a more harmonious way. So it's your job to decode, it's your job to make the best out of your state of consciousness. Your state of consciousness. And this message is also about making you guys realize that you are actually enough. Okay, whatever you are experiencing, that is actually okay to be experienced. You are enough just with who you are. Okay, so also go ahead and love yourself. Also go ahead and make the best out of your own experiences. Go ahead and embrace yourself. Go ahead and forgive yourself. Okay. So it's all about the tools that you are using. It's all about your state of consciousness. And of course, you have dreams. Today's message is not about making you guys being static, but it's more likely about making you guys realize that you have enough, and you are enough, and you do enough. And it's about making you guys realize that you have to love yourself in the process, okay? And with this consciousness, with this inner peace, you can go for more, you can achieve more, you can go ahead and express yourself, you can step into radical action, okay? So realize that this life is a gift and we don't have to take it for granted. But from my perspective, I believe that it's so important to raise your consciousness and to become aware of your nature, your true self nature, your spiritual nature, okay? It's so important to alchemize yourself, but it all starts with your own inner world. It all starts with the acknowledgement that you are actually enough, and you do enough, and you have enough, okay? So gratefulness. How grateful are you today for your own life? That is actually so important to realize. Gratefulness will attract more manifestations, okay? So be grateful, okay? Be grateful. the more grateful you are, is the more that you open the space for receiving more into your own life. Okay, so realize that you are enough, and realize that the secret is within yourself. Inside of yourself, you have the whole universe, from my perspective. Okay, we are connected to everything in existence. And existence, the universe, just flows. It flows in a harmonious way. My suggestion is go ahead and flow in a harmonious way with the universe, and you will see magic happen. Okay, so yes, thanks so much for watching. And this was today's messages about the fact that you are enough and the secret is within yourself. Guys, thanks so much for watching, and if you're new to my channel, feel free to subscribe, that is appreciated. And like always, see you on what is coming up next. Hope you're taking care of yourself, hope you're doing well, and hope that you are in alignment with who you really are. Much peace and see ya.